Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Structural Academy. It's your boy Williams, and in this channel I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use various CAD softwares to make structural design and analysis. So uh, for now we're going to be working with Autocad, and later on in the future we're going to take a deep dive into proto structure. So you're going to learn how I'm able to create a general arrangement on Autocad, and then running the analysis and transferring that general arrangement into proto structure so we can carry out the design and analysis over there. So if you guys don't want to miss out on that, if you want to stay tuned to that, make sure you to subscribe to my videos, like the channel, and share these videos to anyone who would actually need it. So anyone who is an engineer such as you, an engineer like you, or someone or an aspiring engineer, someone that has passion or just wants to just learn about how to create uh, uh, general arrangements or work with AutoCAD in general. So let's get right into this video. So in this video now, I want to show you guys how you can create a general arrangement, a GA, or you can call it a structural layout, you get, of an architectural building plan. So GAs are very important, so they showcase and they highlight the various points and positions in which critical members such as beams, columns, slabs, retaining walls, shear walls, foundations, it shows how those members are going to be placed in the building, because these members are responsible for holding and carrying all the various loads that are being imposed on the building. So these members support these loads. So these members are like the skeletons of the building. You get, they're like the skeletons of the buildings. So they help to make the building stand. So it's very important for a structural engineer to place these buildings at critical points and design these members as they are supposed to be designed, so as to prevent the building from collapsing or going through fatigue or some serviceability limits or things like that in the next future. You understand? So now what we have here is we have the ground floor of a residential building. The ground floor of a residential building. So here is the living room. You can see the chairs, or you can call it the couch. Then we have tables, you have a TV set, then there's a dining table over here. So we have a window. So we have another room here. Probably this is like a visitor's room. So there's a door which you can enter, and there's a toilet for maybe probably the visitor's toilet, which you can enter through a door. And then there's like a changing level over here which you have to step down if you want to go into the toilet. So over here there is a staircase that will take you from the ground floor to the upper floors, you get, or let me say to the first floor. So you have a kitchen over here, and you can see these values here are the relative depths of, or let me say the level of let me say the level of the what we're dealing with. So we have utilities, we have staff room, we have showers, stores, and everything. So I just want to show you guys how you can easily draw a general arrangement from this building plan which is being sent to us from the architect. So I'm going to okay, there's also the first so here's the first floor as well. The first floor, everything is being represented as it should be. Here's the attic. Again, you know, the attic is like a room that is within the ceiling, and then we have the ceiling itself. Is the roof. So, and we have some sections. So these are the sections, and here's the rear view. You can call it the back view of the building. Here's the front view, and here is the left side view. Also the right side view is there. So I'm going to be dropping this file, this DWG file. I'm going to be dropping it in the description below, so you guys can download it, open it on your AutoCAD, and then follow along with me as I show you guys, as I carry on this tutorial with you guys. So the first thing you can do is you can highlight these grid lines. So let me highlight these lines. I highlight this as well. So, and okay, these are the labels. I highlight the labels, I highlight this, then this as well. Let me highlight that very well. Okay, then we highlight this. Do we need, okay, and I like this one as well. So I highlight this too. I highlight this as well. I highlight this as well, and also I like this. I come here, I like this, I like, so this as well, and this. I believe I've gotten everything, hopefully. So now what I can do, I can now copy them. I pick my base point, which is this point here, and then I can move it outside like this, and I press escape. You can see that. So okay, I forgot this. I didn't highlight this, so let me highlight that one more time so I can copy it. Let me pick here as my base point, so I take it there as well. Okay, so now the first thing we can do now is the placement of our columns. So it's very important we place our columns at critical regions. So we can't just place our columns anyhow. We have to make sure that the column does not disturb the architecture of the building. So we have to make sure that it does not disrupt the beauty. You get how the building is supposed to look normally. We have to make sure that it doesn't disrupt it. Alright, so to do that, I can come over here to rectangles. I can, but first of all, okay, I have to go to the column layer. I've already created a layer for that. The layer for that is already created, so you guys should know how to create layers. So if you can't create layers, so you come over to layer properties, then you click on this one over here, and here's your layer. So you can type anything you want here. Let me say okay, I just type column. So you type column, then you can give it a color, and give it a color of blue. Get, and I want the line to be continuous, and then the thickness of the line is very important, so you can give it a thickness of 0 0, so it will come out well. You get, so there are other things you can do as well. So I believe I've created a column before. I've created the column, and that's this one here. I've created it before, so I don't need this. So it's just example. I remove that. So now I can place my columns now. And how I do that now, I click on this rectangle. I click on okay, and then so I click on it, and then I type at the dimensions of my columns be 230 by 230. But first of all, I have to be sure of my block work. So my block work over here now, I have to make sure that my column doesn't really protrude. So now I can measure. I have to measure the let me say the width of my wall. Alright, so we're going to now take the measurements of this our external walls. So I want to determine the dimension so that when we are placing our columns they don't protrude. That means they don't shoot out from our walls, so they have to look nice. So to do that, we can type DLI. And then we'll take the measurement. We'll take it from that point to another point, and now you can see this is 230. 230. Let me take the dimension of the other wall as well, from this point to this point, so it's 230 as well. So that means the dimensions of my columns were actually Right, so now let's move this column over. We'll move it over to our grid lines, so we can pick a center point now. So you can hold shift to automatically or temporarily disable your auto mode. You get to place it on this point. So I can copy this column as well. So I highlight it, I copy it, I take it to another intersection of the grid lines and another one. Okay, place it there. So where else can I place my columns? Okay, I can also, let me escape this. So I can also place my columns at this point here, at this point. So the total length is 5000 mm, that's 5000 millimeters. So I think there's like a stipulation in the code that that gives like the minimum distance in which you can place your beams and columns, you get. So I think I'll follow that. I think it must not be more than 5 meters, 5 meters or 5000 millimeters. All right, so okay, I can copy this and copy this. Let me move it to the center now. I move this over here and I move this as well to this point. I move this to this point. I move this here. I move this here as well. I can take it here. So okay, I think okay, column will be all right at this point. At this point of number 2. So I can place it here. I can place it here as well and place it here as well. All right, so that's that. So the next thing is we have to place in our beams, because we're going to be working with a solid slab. So we know what a solid slab means now. Yeah, so a solid slab is like a slab that is supported directly by beams. You get, it has beams underneath it supporting it. You get, so we have flat slabs as well, which are supported directly on the columns. You get, and there are other types of slabs we have. Again, we have rib slab, we have waffle slabs, in which the let me say a portion of the concrete in the tension zone is being reduced. You get, it's being reduced in order to reduce the self weight of the concrete, so I mean of the slab itself. So now for this video I'm going to be working with a solid slab. I'm working with a solid slab, so that means we have to place in our beam members. You get, so so this is our external wall, so we also have to make sure that our beams as well don't protrude. You get, we have to make sure they don't protrude from our walls. They have to look pleasant as well. All right, so I can now go to the layer of my beam. I can go to the layer of my beam. Where my beam be? Okay, where is it? Okay, so that's okay. We have inner beams and we have outer beams. You get, we have inner beams and outer beams, so I'll go to where my outer beams are. That's here. You get, so the main difference between the inner beams and outer beams is that the inner beams are most times they are hidden. You get, they are hidden, we can't see them, while the outer beams are like they're outside. You get, we can see those ones clearly. So the thing is that the inner beams most times are connected to the slab. You get, so anytime the beam is connected to another slab, anytime there's a slab close to or around the beam area, so we'll call that an inner beam. And to do that we can use a dash line to represent it. You get, a hidden line or a dash line. So over here in this, you can see I've set up my line type for my inner beams. I've set it up to dash or broken lines. You get, so let's go. So now okay, then the next thing now, we have to offset our grid lines. Now we can offset it, so we can click on offset. So since the thickness of our wall is 230 by 230, so and we are working with the center to center distance, so we can do half of that, which is 115. So offset 115, I press enter. you get. So I click on this line, I offset it. I click on this line, okay, I offset to the left, and then I offset this to the right as well. Then I do the same for this portion, do the same for this portion. Okay, then this line that is here, the reason why we have it over here like this is that, okay, there we have a staircase here, like there's a small staircase, you get, that acts as a ramp, you get, acts as a ramp that takes us from the floor level into the ground floor concrete level, you get, and there's a door over here, you get. So this is how these are the walls are arranged. So these are it's moving, so it's moving from this, let me escape this, so it's moving from this point to this point like this. So you actually need a beam here to act as a lintel for this door, you get, you need a beam to act as a lintel for this door, the other beam then to go and to act as a lintel over here as well, so like that. Okay, so but before we get started, we have to know this distance here. So this distance, so we can just type DLI, we click on it, and click on that. So, and that's the distance. So okay, let me just match properties. We actually, it will actually approximate that. So this is 2050. So when you talk of match properties just involves you taking the properties of one layer and transferring it to another layer, you get. So I can actually set this up to look like how this layer is looking here, but just because we're working with time, I don't want to take too much of your time, I want to go straight to the point. So we'll just match the property. So 2050, so we can come over here and measure 2050. So we'll come from this center line over here, 2050, you can see that, and stop it here, as that. So now we can actually offset this line as well, so we can offset it. So since the previous value I placed in there was 115, so it's going to use that same value, so 115. So you can offset it to the left, offset it to the right. Okay, we will do the same as well over here. So then the next thing, now we need to work with fillets. You guys can work with fillets, so these are to work with fillets, just make things faster and easier. So you just type fillets and then you click on, so, and for fillet to work, it has to be perpendicular, you get. The lines you are trying to connect together must be perpendicular to each other, you get. What I mean by perpendicular, they must be at an angle of 90 degrees from each other. So you first click on the first line that you want to fillet, or you want to convert, or you want to merge together with other one. So then you press enter and then you click on the next line, and you can see automatically they are connected together, you can see. So the next thing you can now do is trim. So if you want to use the trim, you have to make sure that the lines are intersecting with each other. So you can click on it like this or like that. So alright, so I'm going to also trim this portion, or is that needed? Okay, okay, it's needed. Let me trim this portion. Click on your trim tool, click on enter, and then you highlight it like that, or you trim it like that, click it like that, sorry. Alright, then you escape. Now that's that. What else? Where okay, I think, okay, the beam is running like this. Okay, so I'm supposed to extend it. So let me offset this center grid line. Okay, so I click on offset, then I enter, move it to the right, to the left, and move to the right, my right and my left. So we'll do that for this as well, we'll do that for this, we'll do that for this, this one as well, and this one as well. Okay, and do this. All right, so you can see that now we can now okay, this one, do we even need this one? Okay, I don't think we need that one. Okay, there's nothing here now, so we don't need this. All right, so okay, what I can do is I can extend it. You get, so instead of just dragging this like this to this direction, so you can just type extend. You can use the extend command. So once you type extend, you click on the line you want it to extend to. When you click that, click on enter, and then you can see as I'm highlighting it, it will go straight to the line. Okay, yeah, to go straight like that and go straight like that. Get, so, and I can also extend these ones as well. So let me say extend, and I want it to extend to this line here. Click on it and click on enter. You click on it like that, then like that. Okay, so I don't think I don't need all these lines here. Can get rid of it, get rid of this one as well. Okay, so you can see now it's looking quite alright. We are getting closer to our finish line. Okay, so what next do we have to do again? Okay, there's the beam, so we don't need these ones here, though I don't need this. So what I can do is, okay, I can, let me see, let me extend these lines upwards. Let me extend this so I can easily trim those other lines there. Get, okay, so I click on my trim tool, click on enter. I don't need this, I don't need this, so this one as well, or do I need that? Oh, I think I need that. Okay, okay, this is one I don't need. I don't need this, I don't need this. Oh, I need, okay, I need that, yes. And what else? So they have to be merged together. So okay, there's no intersection there, and I remove that. Okay, so this now can go this. Okay, instead of going, I can just reduce it like that. So now what's next? So okay, I've offset all my beams. These are my beams now, so I can trim the ones that are not needed. I click on my trim tool, I remove this as well. I don't need this. So what else? Okay, click on my trim tool once more. So I don't need this, I don't need this. So and this one as well for C. Click on my trim tool. I don't need this, I definitely don't need this. So over here as well, you can click on my trim tool as well. So this, oh, this, 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 this. Use my pan to adjust my screen. So I don't need this. I don't need this. I definitely don't need this. This as well. This as well. Okay. Adjust this. This. Okay. Okay. This and this. So I'll just click on my pan, then I'll hold my mouse and adjust to where I need to go to on my screen, and then I press escape to escape my pan. Get, and now I can now trim these objects over here. You can see that now. So it's looking quite presentable now. It's looking quite presentable. So and the next thing we have to do is we can match the properties now. So over here we already have our outer beams. Let me match the property of our grid lines. you get. So I want this grid line, I want everything okay. I want to transfer the properties of this grid line, which I clicked on just now, to match that of this one here, you get. So this and this one as well, you get. So that's and what next? I can trim it as well, because they are going to be casted together, you understand. They're going to be casted together, so you have to make sure there is continuity, you get. There's continuity, they are supported, they support each other, you get, supported by each other. So I can remove this one too, you can see. Okay, and I think there should be another beam here. Let me see my walls. Okay, yeah, should be another beam here. So let me just offset this one. I believe this should be the last offset. Then take this one there and take this downwards like that. Okay, but I have to trim it again. Alright, so let me trim this. When I use my pan, then I trim this and I trim this as well. Okay, it's looking alright. Now the next thing we can do now is we'll match the properties. Let's match the properties. So already this is a beam, it's an outer beam, so you can click on it, and I want this to have, okay, although there's some things here that I don't think they are needed. Okay, yes, then this isn't needed as well. Okay, so MA matches properties, so I want everything to emulate this property now. Okay, click on this, click on that, this as well. So I click on this, I click on this, I click on this, click on this. Okay, and there should be, okay, look at me, I deleted everything again there, but I'm coming. I'll fix that right now. So I click on this, I click on this one as well, then with this point and this point. Nice. Okay, so let me just draw this line. Okay, and match it here, and another line as well, draw it and match it here. You can see that now. Alright, so this line, okay, we don't need this one. I can shorten the member, I can shorten it to this point here, the column there. You can do that as well, shorten this one to this point here. So now you can see, now we are getting our GA, our general arrangement. We are doing well. So this one as well, we can also trim it down. Let's trim this. I click on this button, I click that, those lines. So this one is not intersecting, so I can remove it now. Okay, nice, it's looking nice, looking very nice. You can see, looking very nice. So now the next thing we now have to do now is we have to check for our cantilever. You get, we have to check where we're going to have a cantilevered slab. So you know, a cantilevered slab is like a slab which has just one support. You understand? Yeah, it has one support at one end, and at the other end it's free. You get, it's free, so it has like a hugging moment acting upon it. You understand? So you can also provide a support at the free end. You can make it propped. You get, so that's a propped cantilever. So but most times, most buildings, they do have cantilevered slabs in them. So what we can do now is we have to go to this. So you know, we use the architecture of the ground floor. We use the architecture of the ground floor to place our beams and columns, you get. So to now get our cantilever, now we need the help of the first floor, you get. We need the help of the first floor so we can get the amount of spacing that we need. So what we do now is, for this one now, in order for us not to mess it up, let's not mess this one up, you can highlight everything and copy it, you get. We can copy this. Okay, we'll pick here as our base point. Pick here as our base point. You can press escape, and so we place in okay, we make a copy. Again, we make a copy of what we've just worked on. Make a copy of that, and so now we need to place in the first floor, you get, so we can know our cantilevered portion, you get. So how we can do that now, we have to look for a common point. So let's see that. Okay, so I'm going to be making use of this point here as my reference. You see why this is why we really need the grid lines, you get. So I will need the grid lines, so I can highlight this first floor right here. I can highlight it, then I copy it now. So after copying it, so okay, I'm going to make use of this portion here as my base point. So now I can move it downwards and place it on my GA. You can see I place it on my GA, and that's that. Okay, so now okay, so this is where it stops. So now we can see this is the cantilevered portion, you get what I'm saying. So this is where our GA is. You can see these lines here. Let me delete this. Okay, so you can see this portion here, and to this portion here, this is a cantilever. This is our beam. And here is a wall which is placed on our cantilevered slab. You can see that. So let me also, you can see this as well. Okay, all right, and see that. So so what we do now, we now need to get the height of or we need to get the distance of the cantilever, or if that's needed, or we can just delete everything that's here. You can delete everything that's here. Okay, but I don't know why is the cantilever at this portion so much. It can't be that much. Or let me try it out again. So I delete that. So I will copy and highlight this and copy it one more time. I copy this one more time. I place it out here so I can escape this. So I highlight this as well, then I copy this. Okay, so let me use here as my base point. Okay, so guys are on bit. Okay, my base point. Okay, so I can see that over there. So this was what I used as my base point. Okay, I believe it's looking, is it looking better? Okay, I think I need to adjust it again a little bit because they are not aligning at all. So where is my look at the distance here. They're not aligning at all. So let me, okay, so I discovered the issue that was going on. So what I was supposed to do was, okay, after highlighting the architectural plan of the first floor, you click on copy, then you're supposed to pick on a center point, get the intersection the intersection of some grid lines, you get. So this is D1, you get. This is D1, which is row D and column 1, get. So I can click on the point here, then I hold my shift to temporarily disable auto, and then I place it over here, you get, at that portion, that D1 as well. So we can see the distance of our cantilevered slab now. So every additional portion here is a cantilever, so we can delete this. Let me delete that, so we can now see it very well. So what we can now do is we can create a center line, so we can measure our cantilevered slab, you get. So we can measure our cantilever slab. So what we do now is okay, we can offset this line. So I click on offset and click on OK. Then I believe this is still going to, okay, it's offsetting to it's 150. So I click on offset again, and I okay, or let me just offset the that of the wall, you get, this wall here. So let me click on offset, click on enter, and I'll offset it to the center like that. That's the center line. So I just want to just get the measurement. So we type DLI once again, and I pick a common point. Let me pick this intersection here. So this intersection here. So that's the distance of our cantilevered slab. So let me match the properties. I match the properties by typing MA, and now I have 1230. So that's the first distance. Let's check out, let's confirm that of the second distance. Okay, so yeah, so this yellow line here is our beam, so we don't need this. Let me delete that. So over here now I can, let me offset this line here. Okay, I click on offset, okay, and then I take that to the center. Okay, then there's no intersection there. So what I will do now, I can offset this line here as well. Offset, so I've already set it to 115. So I take it, I click on it, and I take it. Okay, this is not, this one looking like 115. I think this is, oh, it should be 115. So let me, okay, set the distance to 115. So I click on it, it's still taking me. I think this is, okay, this is an inner wall 150 mm. It's 150 mm. So to get the center now, so since it should be one, yeah, okay, it's, yeah, it's 150, you get. So the center is 75, you get. So I'll offset that to 75. So I click on offset and I type in 75, and I press my enter, and then I take it downwards like that. So I can now extend this, extend that outward like that, and I extend this. So our DLI, type in DLI, so I can get the center to center distance, and that, and have this right here. So to match the properties now, other dimensions, so I can put in this. So I have 1170. So 1170 now. So I can now come here. So for this first portion here, okay, the first portion, what did you get again for that? I hope I didn't delete it. So okay, I think this should be it. Okay, that's it. 1230. So we can come over. Okay, let me just, okay, can come over to this point, drag it outwards, our auto isn't on. Let me turn my auto. And 1 2 3 0. So this is the distance of our first cantilever. Then the next cantilever, that should be 1170, if I'm not mistaken. Let me confirm that. Okay, where did I draw it from? Okay, I think I drew it from okay, yeah, this is it. So 1170. So I can come over here and measure 1170. So that's my second cantilever. You can see that. So, and okay, the ones for this portion and this portion, now let me do that right now. So where is my beam? So here is my beam. Get this is my beam. So let me measure that. Another DLI, okay. I think I have to also copy this as well. So I highlight that, and then I don't need to highlight that first. So I just click on offset, then I click on enter. So okay, the initial value there is 75, so I have to change it to 115. Since this is an external wall, 115. You can see that. So I click on this and I take it to the center. So here is where my beam is. My beam is starting at this. Okay, yeah, this is my beam. So what I do now is, okay, I take the measurement as DLI, and from this portion to this portion, so I can take it outside so I can see it very well. So that is 1200. So let me just match the properties, so and confirm. Okay, 1200. And now for the last part now. Okay, I believe okay, I thought it was kind of straightforward. Okay, for this portion now, let me offset this now. So this 115. I click on this, take it to the center now, and I type in DLI. Okay, that should be the center. Oh, I don't think that's the center. So to get this center, or okay, what I'll do is I'll just draw a line. Line from this point and stop it here, and then I type in DLI once more. I'm now able to get that distance. Okay, that's 1000. It's even here as well. 1250 is the center to center distance of this other cantilever over here. So I can now come over to it here, downwards, then I type 1250. That's the line, and over here should be 1200. Okay, 1200. So I can pick this point and I go 1200. So now we have the distances of our cantilevered slab. So what we can now do now is we can now extend. We can extend these lines. We can extend it. I come over here. Okay, I come over here. I extend this. Sorry, let me press enter again. I extend this line. Okay, then over to this point, I come here, I extend it over to this point, I extend this, then this point as well, I extend this, I extend this over here. So on this point, extend that there, and then this point I will extend it upwards. So now we have our cantilevered slab. So we have to also do some alterations. We have to do some alterations on our beams. So since these our beams are connected to slabs, you get. So I don't know if you guys have worked with design of slab structures using BS code, whereby there's a particular portion where it says one edge continuous and the other edge discontinuous, things like that, and then there's like a particular coefficient that you're supposed to work with, you get. So that's what we're working with here, you get. So since these two beams are all connected to slab, so there's a slab here, there's a slab here on this panel, you get. So everything around here is a bay. We have a bay, you get. The combination of all these panels is the bay. So this is the bay along the y-axis, and this is the bay along the x-axis. Very, very essential. So each of them are called panels. Each of them are called panels, you get. So and they are most likely going to be two-way slabs. So they're most likely going to be two-way slabs, meaning that all of the four edges of the beams are carrying the load, you get. The load of the slab, the load which are imposed on the slabs, you get. And we now have our cantilevered beams. So the cantilevered beams are being transferred in this. So the way the load are being transferred from the cantilevered beams are from this direction to this direction. Everything is going directly to the beams, get. So now we don't need this distance. We don't need this distance as well. We don't need this distance. What else? And this one as well. We don't need that as well. So this is our cantilevered slab. So now we can now easily trim. We can trim them. We can trim these slabs. Trim this. Trim this. Head over using your pan. We trim this. We trim this. Go downwards. In our pan. We trim this. Trim this. We go towards the left. We can now trim this and trim this. You can see it's beautiful. Beautiful. Here we have our cantilevered slab. You can see how we easily got our general arrangements. You get. Very easy and nice. So now the next thing we can now do is we now indicate. Okay, we know we have staircase as well. We have to place our staircase, so, and that is not an issue at all. It's not an issue. So this is what we're going to make use of. So what we just do is we can just copy the staircase that we have on our architecture. You can copy that. You can copy this portion, and there's a handrail. You can copy the handrail as well. We'll just copy them and we'll remove the things that we don't need. So we have to find a common base point now. A common base point. Okay, I've highlighted them, but I didn't copy them. So I want to copy it now. I've done that. So I have to find a common base point. You get. That base point is somewhere that exists on my GA and also exists on my architecture. You get. So, and where is that? So I believe that's here. You can see I have my column here. So I can move this. And place it on this point. You can see. Let me press my escape. And that's all. Okay, look at me. I used I used one on the first floor. I'm supposed to use that on the ground floor. So I can Control Z that, come to my ground floor, because there it is. It's taking me from my ground floor to my first floor. You get. So I can just copy all this, copy this and that, and then I pick a reference. Okay, I highlighted them. I copy them and I pick a reference, which is this point. So I take it down here. I take it down there. You can see now. So I believe, okay, there's going to be a beam at this portion here, or let me just add a small beam there for the staircase. Just add a small beam for the staircase over there. You understand? So I'll just all right. So to do that now, I can copy this wall. Let me copy this. Forget the hatching for now. I copy this as well. Copy this as well. I don't know why I keep saying copy instead of highlight. So I highlight those ones, and now I can't actually copy them. I copy them and I pick my common base point, which is yeah, exactly. You can see that. So now I place it there. Okay. All right. So okay, that's just a small beam. Small beam. 150 by 150. Let me confirm the distance. That and there. Okay, 150 by 150. So for the staircase, so over here is going to be our half landing. You get our half landing for our staircase. You get, so the first landing, that's where it's going to be. And oh, I forgot to add this as well. This. So let me copy that, pick my common base point, and I place that here. So is there an arrow there too? Okay, nope. All right. So let me extend this. Extend that there, and this as well. So it's just a small beam for my staircase. So this beam is going to just be carrying the weight of my half landing staircase, which is going to be here. It's just a small slab for the staircase. Understand? A small slab for the staircase. So this one, okay, I can extend this one, so I can just type extend. So I want to extend them here. I click on it and I click on enter. So I highlight all the things I want to extend, like that, like that. So I don't need this handrail. You don't need to show that on your G. You don't need to show that. I definitely, okay, I don't need that as well. What else? Okay, I can extend this. So you just type extend, type that, and then you click on where you want to extend to, press enter and click on it like that, and you can escape it from there. Alright, so now since we have to make some adjustments now, so since these are not going to be external beams, I have to change everything to internal beams. So I go to my layer, I click on internal. So the easiest thing I can do is just draw a line here. Let me see if it's broken. It's not broken, I don't know why. So let me adjust the layer. Let me check. Okay, hidden lines, hidden 2. Okay, I don't think I need this. Let me delete this layer. This is just the replica. Okay, I don't know why it refuses to delete. Well, let's just leave it. Let me try this again. Okay, I don't know why it's not broken. It's not broken. Let me see. Dashed. Okay, now it's broken. Exactly, it's dashed now. So that's the most important thing. But not big enough. Let me highlight it. Let me okay, let me try hidden is quite small. Let me try dashed. Okay, so it's dashed already. If I zoom on it, yeah, you can see it's broken. So let me zoom out. Now what I cannot do, the easiest thing I can do now is just match the properties. So just type match prop or just type MA. So that's that. Press enter. So I want the other things in my GA to emulate what I previously matched. You get, so these are internal beams. So I match this. Let me confirm. Okay, it's not okay, it's matched now. And do this as well. It's matched as well. So what else? I match this. No, I have to zoom in first before it will properly match. So I think that's the catch now. You have to zoom in. So and this as well. That you do this, you do that as well. So there's going to be slab everywhere, but I think I still need to check the architecture of the building. I think cantilever slab won't be in some areas. I will check that to confirm once I'm done with this. And okay, place another one, place this one here, place this one here, place this one here, place this one here, then place this, place I'm not sure if it's matched. Okay, I think it's matched. I think that is matched as well. So alright, let me see this. Is this matched? Okay, it's matched now, and this is matched as well. What else? Okay, that part is matched. Here it also matched. Now this layer, let me match this layer, then I match this layer. I think everything is matched now. Alright, so what else needs to be matched? So I think everything is okay, so I can hover on it to confirm. Alright, so you can see the line color is yellow, the layer, inner beams, line type dashed. So this, alright, so confirm this, confirm this. Okay, so hopefully everything is fine. And for this one now, I can now put in a center line. You can just type center line. You can type center line. You now click on this portion, and then you've got your center line. Press enter again. Click on this portion, click on this portion, and get your center line. So and now, okay, this part of the beam here is not connected to any slab, so you are going to use an outer beam to represent that. Understand? An outer beam. So but first of all, let me make sure that the grid line matches the ones that are in the drawing. So let me click this. Okay, it's broken. Click that. I click on this, and then I click on that. Okay, now I can change my layer. Let me change my layer to that of an outer beam. Oh, okay, I think it's downwards. Okay, that's it here. So I can just draw a line. Just draw this line, then I match the properties, I press my MA, and then I click here, I click here, but my outer beam is dash 2. It is dash 2, so let me, and I use continuous line here, but let me change it continuous. Okay, okay, I have to highlight it. Let me highlight this line. I think it's highlighted. Okay, it's highlighted already, so I change it to continuous. Okay, now it's already continuous. So now the next thing we can now do is, okay, so this beam in this portion here, this beam in this portion is connected to a slab, so there's going to be a slab in this area. So let me confirm from the architecture. So definitely there will be a slab there. So on this first floor you can see there's a staircase here, beside there's a bedroom, just like that. So okay, now let me what's next? Okay, let me match the property now. Let me match the property, then I click on this. So I click that and click this. So let me confirm. Okay, it's continuous. I hope everything hasn't changed. Okay, this one is still intact. Okay, still intact, but this one and this one, so I'll change this to a continuous line. So that's that. You can see how fast and easy. So this section line is not needed. Let me delete this and this. Let me move it downwards. Okay, what's next? So almost done. So the next thing is to just indicate. Okay, let me create a layer for my slab. Let me create a layer for my slab. So I will just call this slab. You get, so let me say slabs. Good. Then I'll give it, let me give it a color of let me give it sky blue. I think sky blue is okay. And then I will now move my cursor there. Alright, so I can just basically draw a line here. Draw this line over here. So I match the property now. MA, then I take it here, take it here, take it here, take it here, this as well, with this, and this. Alright, we are almost getting to the finish line. Okay, almost getting to the finish line. So what's next? Okay, it's not part, but alright, so what's next? The next thing that we can do is we have to now indicate that we have slabs. We have slabs on top of our beams. We have slabs on top of our beams. So we have two-way slabs, we have one-way slabs. So from these dimensions, from the dimensions of the panels, it's looking like a two-way slab. So we can actually dimension them. But first things, we need to stretch. Let me stretch this. Stretch this upwards. So I think that's too much. Let me stretch this downwards again. So what I'm gonna do is can now draw a line so everything will look clean, so I can now stretch this upwards. Then I'll come here, I stretch this upwards. What else? Okay, no, over here as well. Over here I can stretch this upwards. Alright, but I think I need to confirm something. Let me see this portion. So after this video I'm going to do the GA for this first floor. So this, you can see this portion is going to be empty, so I think we can place in a beam here as well. I'm placing a beam here. So I don't, okay, there will be a slab, and then this staircase, I think also here, okay, here it will be another staircase as well. There will be another staircase as well. Okay, but let's see. I think here will be a void. This portion here will be a void. You can just leave it as a void here. You can leave it as a void. So okay, let me just draw a beam. Let me draw a beam over there. Okay, so what I feel is, there is going to be another staircase here. So there's going to be another staircase here as well. So we can okay, we're going like this or like this. Okay, so we can probably just extend this. Let me see how it is on the building. Okay, so let me extend this over here. All right, so that's this. Okay, let me cancel this. So let me extend this. So I can just type extend with external reference, extend. So I click on that and I click on the member I want everything to fall to, so I move them like that. Move this, I move this as well, this and this. Okay, so just have just indicate that there's a slab here. Okay, then this I can trim this. Let me trim this and this. So then the rest I can just delete these ones. So it's going to come in this direction. It's going to come like this. There's going to be a half landing in this portion here. I'm going to move and come here and down. So I can let me add a beam extending to this portion here, and another beam extending this portion here. So just a little small beam. So let me match the properties, type MA. So this is going to be alright. So yeah, okay, this slab here, this beam here is connected to the slab. Is connected. So let me use this and match this property. This one connecting. Okay, yeah, it's connected as well. So it is going to be this, and okay, sorry, let me look for where I can change that. Control Z, let me undo. So match properties, MA. So I will click this and this. Okay, and this. I have no idea why it isn't emulating that, but life is not hard, so I can just copy this and place it here, and this, let me reduce it, that, and what's next? Then this. Okay, this one safe. Okay, I'll get back to that, but let me just add this grid line over here. Add that grid line there, and then let me trim some things. Remove this, and let me get this out. Okay, that's not intersecting. Let me remove, and this as well with this one, this one, this one, this one. Let me remove this and this. So for this, I can, let me reduce it, and this I can extend it outside, and this as well. Okay, so, and you can make reference coming like this to this direction, and this direction. Okay, so I think I can, let me copy this, highlight those two, and I can move them downwards like this. Okay, so next thing now, let me place my center line. Type center line. I don't know what I typed there. So center line, and you can now click on what you want to put to the center. Right, so now we can match properties, MA. So what can we match? Match this, please see here, then MA once more, then I match this with that, and MA once more, then I can match, what am I matching? Okay, I match this with this. Okay, so what's next? I'm not placing any column here, so I can reduce this. See here, and same as here as well. Is that there? So, and now I can trim. Let me trim this and trim this. Let me trim this. Okay, so I'll extend this now. Alright, so hope you guys can see it. And what's next? Okay, type in another MA, match properties, place this, this. Okay, I think it's okay now, but I think this is too big. It's quite big. Let me reduce this. So I will basically just draw a line. This point, this point. I match the properties now. This and this. Okay, I think it's better now. It's better now. Okay, so now what we do now is, alright, so okay, we extend that, and then next, okay, we can also extend these other lines. We can dimension them properly. And this description, let me move it somewhere else. And move that somewhere else, and move this here, and this as well. Move it. So let me. So it has to be clean. You have to make sure your drawings are very clean. Yeah, it has to be very clean. And place this here. Then next. Okay, you don't need to draw that here. And I can extend this and this as well. I can extend this to extend, and here as well. I can extend. I don't think I need all these labels. I don't think I need them. I can remove them. Okay, and this as well. So now I can just drag this. So and this as well. Place it there. And this I can place it over here, and this I can place this over here. Okay, see now, okay, and this one too I can let me extend this too, and this, let me extend this. Alright, so now, okay, now what I can do now, oh, I haven't even done for this portion, so I can, let me extend it, make sure it's perpendicular. I reduce this, okay, so I remove this, I remove this, and I remove this as well. Okay, now I don't think we don't need these grid lines underneath. We don't need them. So with this, can highlight all of them. Then I can move them to the top. Get or maybe that's too much. I think that's too much, but let's just see this here. So your drawings have to look very clear. And this, I can move it to the top. Can you see that now? Can you see that? It is looking quite alright. Looking quite alright. So okay, yeah, it should be a guardrail. Well, let's just leave it like this. Let's just the demarcation. Alright, so now I can now dimension now. I can now dimension. So first things first, I can dimension my slab. Or sorry, I have to even place in, I have to indicate that we have slabs around this portion, around this area, around the panels. So how can we do that? We just draw the symbol. First of all, I feel we have to dimension first. We have to dimension. Let me extend this. Just leave it here. Okay, so to dimension, we have type DLI. So these are with dimension. Let's go for this. It's not showing well, so we can work on it. We come over to annotate, come to standard. So let me see, dimension style. We have other ones you can even follow. So let me modify this. Okay, the size is already modified, and I think okay, so we'll just come to text and we increase the height from there. But I'll follow the one that's in the architecture already. You get the one that's already in the architecture. So I'll just type MA and I click on, let me click on this. You know, the dimensions there, and I want it to come out like this. But we have to increase the size. So this is dim 150. This is dim 150. We have to increase it, so it has to be bold enough. You get, so that when we give it to the clients or the contractors, so they won't start stressing themselves to look at the dimensions. So from the drawings, they'll just know what it should be. So let me try 100. Let me see how big that would be. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is dime. Okay, not dim 150. Let me see, is there dime around? Okay, I believe I'll just adopt this. Okay, that's that. So okay, I just need to make it bigger. Okay, so I just need to just make it bigger. So this, let me click on it now. Okay, it's under dime. Annotate. Okay, dime. Or let me try this one more time. Okay, this is under standard. Let me increase the size. Say 150 now. 150, and okay, Okay, the size has increased, but this is not the style of dimension I want. So let me just use that from the architecture. Let me just use that from the architecture. So match properties, ME, and let me use this. This thing is so small. So the 150 modify. Okay, that's where I was making a mistake. The 150 modify, and let me make it bigger. Let me see 30. So, and close. Wow, that's too big. That's too big. So let me change it again. Manage dimension styles. So the 150 modify. Let me see. 5. Let me see 5. Okay, and this text color, let me make it yellow. And what else? And this, let me make this red. No, let me make this white. Oh, sorry, let it blend. Let me get it blend with that of the screen. Oh, let me just cancel this, modify again. Okay, and this, the color should be, let me say yellow, and okay, let me reduce the size. Space is too big. See 5. Let's see how 5 is going to be. Okay, nice. That's reduced. So now we can take it forward, upwards. And move it upwards. So we have something like this. So something I want to try, and chamfer properties. I also edit it like this. So something I want to okay, yellow. I want to change the dimension color and change it to red. Okay. Alright, so I think I can reduce this also. I think this is actually too big. Let me reduce it a bit. The 150 modify. Let me say 3. Just 3. Just 3.0. And it's quite small, but okay, it's okay. It's alright. So the next dimension, type DLI. Let me just put my layer. Let me set my layers to the 150. The 150. Where is the 150? I can't find it here. I think this is it. We'll try DLI. Okay, this isn't it, but let's just go with the flow, then we'll change it later on. Okay, and that's here. Then where else do we need to dimension? That's DLI. Another DLI. Another DLI. So dimension, and another DLI. This is there. So now I can type MA. So I want to match this property to the others, like this, like this, like this, like this. So now I can move this text upwards. Move this text move text only, then this as well, move text only, and then I can come here as well and I move the text. I don't know why that one didn't move, but it's okay. I move it now. And I come over here and I move the text. Alright, so the next thing now is can dimension, or let's see. Okay, this is a two-way slab, this is a two-way slab. Over here, I believe this should be a two-way slab as well. It should be a two-way slab. Okay, so it's a two-way slab. This should be a two-way slab as well. Two-way slab. So I feel they are all two-way slabs. So to indicate that, now we can just draw. Let's draw this symbol. Let me say okay. Let me say 600, and I'll draw it again in the other direction. Let me see 600 once more, and then at the center, we want to go to the center, that's there, 600, and then next one another 600. Okay, so now I will now draw this symbol, then you draw another this symbol again. Let's do that, then draw this symbol here, and now you also draw this symbol like this. Okay, so this indicates that all four beams are responsible for carrying the load on the slab. So now I can place that here. So I can let me copy this, or I can reduce the size. Let me reduce the size. Okay, let me copy it first. Then take it over here, take it over here, take it over here, take it over here, take it here as well. Okay, so to indicate that this is a slab, MA, match these properties, match this, this, with this, and this as well, with this, with this, with this, this, this. Now next thing is you have to specify the thickness. So thickness, so that will be in the form of a text. So let me, you can also add text to self. Just come here, go to text, extend that, and then you can type in what you want to put in. So I think this one too as well, you have to also increase the size of it. So as so it won't show at first, so I believe it's somewhere, that's it there. So I just type scale. Let me see if this will work. Let's type that's 3D. So I don't know where it's went to. Okay, but let me just go to the long route, multi-line. You see the size here is quite small, 200. Okay, let me see if it works. It's not working. It's not working, and okay, type scale 5, 5. I think it has gone to another direction, but I don't know where it went to. Okay, this is it here. That's it there. Let me try and increase it again. Scale, let me see, 60. 60. This is it. This is it. Another scale again. Let me see, 100. 100. So just keep disappearing. Okay, I see it's getting bigger. I see it now. Now let's move it. Okay, it's already even too big, Seth. It's too big. So now let me reduce it. Scale, let me say 0.5. Shit. Let me type scale one more time. 0.5. 0.5. Okay, and scale again 0.5. 0.5, and we'll do it one more time. Scale 0.5. 0.5. See one more time. Scale 0.5. 0.5. Okay, then let me try and reduce the size of this. Scale 0.5. 0.5. So now let me place it at a center point. So let me place it here. Okay, and this, now move it. Let me move it to this direction here, this point here. So now I can move everything take it upwards a little bit. I feel this is still okay. Well, let me just copy this and let me place it here, let me place this here, let me place this here, and this as well. I'll place it here and I'll place this here. Alright, so now let me do some edits on it. 150 mm, that should be the thickness of the slab. Thickness of the slab 150 mm, and here as well 150 mm, and here as well everything 150 mm, and here as well let me see 150 mm. So on this point here, points, let me see 150 mm, and then this point 150 mm. Okay, so this is quite too big, so let me reduce it for this slab. So type in scale 0.5, 0.5. So it's as reduced now. Let me move it closer somewhere. Okay, here. Let me move this as well. Let me move this here. And this, let me move it. It has to be organized, you understand? It has to be organized. So, and this, I'll move it. This as well. I'm going to move this. Yeah. Okay, so now next thing is to dimension our slabs now. So to do that, we can just draw a line upwards like this. We can draw another line like this. Press enter, draw another line like this. You can see. I'll repeat that same trick again. Draw another line here. Then we'll draw another line here. We'll do the same here, or another line there, then another line like that. So now what we can do now is, so we have to also trim this. We have to make sure that our dimension lines are not touching that of our slab. Get, so there have to be this little space, so we know that we are dimensioning for the slab. You get, so I create that there, and then I will just trim this and come over here, enter, then I'll just trim this. So okay, I don't need this again, I need that. So now our DLI once more, come over to this point, to this point. So, and match props, place it there, place it there. So I'm going to do the same thing here too. So let me just do this. So we are actually reaching the climax of this video, almost done. So I know a lot of people won't wait until the end of this video, but if you are one of those lucky people, or people that are enjoying this video, or who has made it to this point, I really appreciate it. So guys, shouldn't forget to like and subscribe, can also share this video to anyone that you know that is an engineer, that wants to learn how to work with AutoCAD, how to draw a GA with AutoCAD. I want to learn about structures generally, so you can inform them. You can inform them on that. All right, so we keep trimming. Let's trim this portion here. Okay, then I can move with my band tool. So trim this portion, trim this portion. What else needs to be trimmed? Okay, I think that's all right. Okay, let me look at this. Okay, so this needs to be trimmed. This needs to be trimmed. Yeah. Okay, so I think I don't need this. I definitely don't need this. In this portion I don't need this. So what else don't I need? Okay, I don't need this, and that's it. So now I can extend this, extend it upwards. Let me extend this upwards. Let me extend this, extend this, and this to extend this as well. Extend that. So now I can place in my dimensions. That's okay, and next, placing my dimensions here and here. ELI once again. I'll place it this point and this point. So where else then DLI? Okay, let me just do it again for this one. So that's DLI. Okay, so now I can match properties. MA, match this property with this property, this property, this as well, with this as well, with this as well, and this, and this. So the next thing, I have to move it upwards. So I want to move the text only, take it upwards, and this as well, text only, take it upwards. Here, move text only, take it upwards. Here as well, move it only, and we'll take it upwards. Alright, so I think we have come to the end. Okay, let me just add the label. Let me add the label, the description, very important. Okay, so we can call, let me change this. I can call this first floor layout. So let me increase the size, scale. So let me say 2. Okay, now you can see it now. So we've come to the end of this video, the tutorial. So you can now see how we can easily make a general arrangement, a GA, of an architectural plan. You can see how easy it was. So for the next video, I'm going to be making sections. So I'm going to cut sections of this staircase, and I'm going to cut some other sections as well, so we can actually have clear understanding of it. You get. So thank you guys for watching this video, for sticking to the end. So please don't forget to like and subscribe and share. So thank you for the time. I'll see you soon. Peace out.